you don't have to be like really like hard on yourself. You don't have to like, oh, I'm eating veggies and like I don't know, like nuts and
Yeah.
eggs and like all the like
I feel like
healthy
people think
stuff. Like,
that
like you just like
I feel
I'm
like
doing
they
that.
think that they have to go extreme in
Yeah.
order to get the abs, get the chest, get the lats. Like I feel like they're like, oh, I got to go extreme then.
You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to. You just have to like the slower you go actually, the better for you
Mm.
because it's all about changing your lifestyle.
Welcome back, everyone. You are tuning into another episode of On Call. Today we have a special guest in the studio. He's a personal friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Bo. It's good to meet you, brother.
Good to meet you too.
Good to meet you in this space.
Yeah,
In
I
this-
love the space. It looks really dope. I like all the art here.
Thank you for blessing us with your time here in the studio. I know it's everybody has things that they're doing, especially being busy in the entertainment industry. Hence the main theme of this podcast. So again, thank you for taking your time out.
Man, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So before we even go on this journey in our conversation today, give us a little bit of a background on who Bo is.
Who Bo is.
Yes.
All right. So Bo is not the whole thing about me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you know, I'm from Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
And my full name is, in Ukrainian, it's going to sound like Tkachenko Bogdan Viktorovich.
Nice.
So this is my full
Yeah,
name. But
yeah.
like, I usually go with Bo because that's way easier to understand. And like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, what's your name? Bo.
Yeah.
And they're like, just that? Just Bo? Yeah, just B-O. Just
is-
B-O.
This is going to be a harder time if you tell them, right, your full
Yeah,
name. And
yeah.
then
Just B-O. Boden. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll do Boden. Yeah, sometimes I go with Boden.
Okay.
But most of the time, Bo. It's easy. Everybody can memorize my name really
Yeah.
fast. Like, and I'm in disadvantage, because like I don't like, it's hard for me to memorize other people's names because like sometimes I'm just basically learning the name on the spot right there when they telling me the
Yes.
name. So I'm like, it's the whole different word for me.
Are
Like,
you
I've
more of
never
a
heard
face person? Like you can memorize face better than name?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm really doing a lot of mental work in my brain when somebody's telling me their name. I'm doing a lot of mental work. Like, all right, this person, this is face and person. I'm like trying to like associate them together and like glue them together.
See, I have a bad habit, and I'm also trying to do this mental work where I meet someone and I'm in the middle of shaking their hand and they just told me their name. I forgot it already.
And it's gone.
As soon as I'm
And
shaking
it's
their
gone.
hand. Yeah. So I'm with you there. That's why I'm like, no, I get it.
I feel like a lot of people with us.
Especially like with us when we go to events and we're meeting all these people, and like say you even performed at this event, then they're congratulating you. They want to talk about what you just performed, and it's like so much stimulus to where like I'm trying to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
So that's a skill in itself too, socializing.
Yeah,
right?
there's a scientific research about that. So
Yeah.
they maybe not research. I know, like I read it in the article or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's true for sure. We meet a lot of people right now, and we establish way more connection than our ancestors, right? So like people before that, before the internet era, the people knew like 100 people top, like max. Maybe like celebrities knew like maybe up to like 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Now like 1,000 people easy,
Instantly.
just like that, from a convention or something. Already 200 plus.
Yeah.
So like like 200 plus people from here, 200 plus people from here, from
That's
here,
right.
from here, from everywhere.
That's
And your
right.
brain just can't comprehend that. Your brain is not capable yet to withhold that much of information.
Wow.
That's why you keep forgetting names
Yeah.
and faces, because your brain is just wiping out some of the like old
It's on that
memories,
like
or,
short-term memory, and then
or
they
like
just let it go. Huh?
short ones, like you met them and you never met them again,
Yeah.
and your brain is like, all right, he's gone.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense, and hence like going back to it where like you remember the face better a little bit, like more so than the name, because we can picture image, but it's like I can't remember your name for
Yeah.
anything.
And
so
it's also like the quality of social interactions dropped
yeah.
like so dramatically. Like it's way harder right now to keep friendship and stuff like that. That's why so many people are lonely right now, you know. So, because it's not only the names, like we like simple thing, like we I keep forgetting names, but like if you dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, you go like to like really interesting things, like and they're like, and you find out that there are actually researches going on there, like people are studying that, like people getting PhDs in that, you know, like, oh, I keep forgetting names, like simple as that, right? It's not that deep. But like if you dig deeper, like, and always whenever you dig deeper, you will always find something really, some gems laying there, you know.
Yeah, I feel like that's why we connected so like organically just throughout the time that we've known each other, right? Because we have conversations like this every time, like after you come take my class, and then we're like in the lobby for like an hour, an hour and a half, and just like talking about endless amounts of things. And I feel like, again, that's why we connected so organically. And like going from there, like from classes, not only that, but we were like training in other spaces too, and then we're seeing other kinds of people as well. But like you and I have always like kind of gravitated around each other, you know, like minds think alike and all that. And
because we're vibing, right? That's the like a simple word to describe things, but like we're vibing, and like that means like you just like make this connection for yourself important, and it's only takes decision. Like it's only takes decision. This connection is important to me, and I'm gonna nurture this connection. Like not connection like means like something like that, like you like probably can like kind of benefits from it, but just connection, connection, like friends. And you don't have to be like everyday friends, but when you see each other, you'll be like, bro, I miss you so much. You know? So like, that means we're vibing. My perception of vibing. Perspective.
Agreed. And so like with that, interacting with people, say here in America, in this country, and the transition over, like when you moved here, you told me before this episode about 3 years ago, right? That you made the move to Las Vegas from Ukraine.
Yeah.
So
I used to be traveling dancer before that, like all my adult life.
Okay. And then so from there, and then moving to Las Vegas 3 years ago, what was the transition like? What are the things that you noticed that were different, but also like maybe similar too?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah, right. Everything.
Miles.
Right, from currency. But yeah, that too, right? Because in the US, we're the only ones that love to use that metric system, right?
Gosh, you guys like to complicate those things a lot. You know, 12 ounces in a pound. So like, now do the math.
And then like miles per hour versus like kilometers, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I get that culture shock in the Philippines when I get back, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's kilometers. It's not miles per hour.
You know what? I'll tell you that. Like metric system makes a lot of sense to me, because it's you just like move the point. Like you just move the comma, and you just get more zeros, and you switch from kilometers to decimeters, to like millimeters, to micrometers, to nanometers, meters. So you just like switch the prefix. You just change the prefix, and it's the whole different measurement.
Yeah,
that's it. Easy as that. You don't have to do math. You just like move the comma. And you can like how do you say that?
Units, like change the units on it,
like,
or?
you convert. You can convert in different like nanometers, like kilometers. Easy as that. Like you don't even have to do math. That's why I like metric system, and that's why I would love to see metric system here, because it's so easy.
It is, but we make it more difficult, right?
I mean, if you were born here and you've been using it like all the time,
course it's gonna
you're fine with that. It makes sense, because it's all takes about the association in like, so you say pound, right? A pound of rice, you have the firm association what pound of rice, it looks like, what it is. So like I don't have this association.
Yours is
my association is 1 kilogram of rice, and I know how the 1 kilogram of rice looks like.
So then you
this is kilogram, this is pound, this is kilogram. So I have to work on my
switch in between sometimes.
And I'm working like, I'm not even switching and doing math. I'm just like building new associations
Yeah.
to feel what is like pound of
Yeah.
rice or ounce of water, like
Yes.
so much and this is hard, and this is what it takes, like, to come in from Ukraine to United States, like things like that. There are like so many small different things that are different, and of course it was a culture shock for me, for sure. When I came to Vegas, I was like, well, first of all, people, I was a little bit shocked because I came from Europe. Like, Eastern Europe is different. It's different. Ukraine is a little bit different from Europe, but it's still like really everybody's like trying to help you out.
Got it.
So like you can rely on people around you and like make sure that that they like somehow will help you out because it's proper, because it's like social norm, like you have to do. Here in States, like people will still help you.
Yeah.
People will still help you here. They will be like, yeah, sure, like I got you, bro. But a lot of times it's different too. A lot of times, like, people will be like, I don't care about you. I have my own bills to pay. Like, I care about myself first.
It's just like individual mentality.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yep. So, and you don't feel this social bonding with people around here. So this is for me was like, it's not necessarily like the rule here, but it was like kind of,
it's like an unspoken kind of rule where
everybody on the grind, like, so people are always on the grind here. I feel like everybody's just like trying to hustle.
I was gonna say they call it hustle culture.
Hustle culture.
That was like the term that kind of came out from like 2020 and all that. But yeah,
I'll tell you how I see this hustle culture for other people.
Yeah,
they just like run in the water, levitating in the spot. This is how it looks like for me sometimes, for some people, the hustle culture. I'm not trying like to say like that they're not doing anything, but sometimes people just run and they don't see where they're running. They just like they just run because they have to run.
Yeah.
It's like a squirrel in the barrel, you know, like they're just running because they have to run, but they like, but where are you running, bro?
Yeah, it's kind of like a working harder versus like a working smarter. In a way where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, I just have to do something. But it's also like in a comparison, because like we look at IG and we're like, oh, this person looks like their highlight looks like they're doing this every day, or this person looks like they're doing, so I have to go out, I have to do
IG
something.
Like never it's look at the people on IG, never think about, never make decisions from what you saw on IG, because like this is all fake, this is not real. This is like it's so hard to see real people on IG because it's not because those people are fake. It's because posting, like, you don't post it every single day.
It's curated.
It's curated
for the viewers, so it's like it's only highlights.
And you want to share the best things in your life with people. So like when you share in an IG, you're like, hey, look, this is cool. Like, I saw this thing, or I saw this thing. I ate this. That was so tasty, or like I went here, or like this thought came to my mind and I was like thinking about that recently. So I want to share with you guys. So when you want to share with someone, if you're generally a nice person, like, at least somehow like decent person, you always want to share something valuable, right?
Yes.
So like people share valuable things there, but it's not like their whole life. And for some people, sometimes it can be like 20% of their life. Or like 30 or 10 or like 80. Like, it doesn't mean like you see their whole life. You see only bright side of the moon. Always on Instagram, on IG, like you don't know how much troubles and problems they went through to get there,
So, and I'm glad that you say that and bring it into light. I think it's being more and more exposed, and to a fact where people are kind of coming back to something more of an organic kind of connection versus like the let me show you my status and kind of like uphold a certain image. I feel like now we're reversing, not in a bad way, but in a way where it's like, now I just want to be authentic and I want to be relatable with somebody and find somebody's journey that's more relatable to a human experience versus just like, I'm a superstar and I'm this and I'm doing that, and like
it's such an old age. Such an old age to show off yourself in front of people. You don't have to do that. Like, we just became smarter now, and that's why we don't show off ourselves. So we became smarter, and like showing off yourself doesn't get you anything. It's just negative thoughts. Like people will be like, oh, this guy, oh my God,
yeah,
I wish I would, even if they like you, they still would be like, oh, I wish I would have that. Oh, I wish I would do that. And
yeah,
it was the whole like mentality back. I'm not sure, but right now people are more humble, and that's better.
Yeah.
That's way better. Like, do your thing and show your achievements
Yeah.
to people, and then they can decide like, are you great or
Yeah.
not. That's it. Like,
yeah,
just be humble.
Yeah,
Just be humble
definitely.
and grateful. That's all you need.
yeah. And I've noticed that transition as well. Okay, so like going in, like say your transition from Ukraine to Vegas, and you did that. Now you're integrated in the Las Vegas scene. We've spoken about this already. You've been here for 3 years now. Tell us, like, what are you currently doing in the city of Las Vegas?
Ah, wow. So right now I'm in Chippendales.
Mhm.
Chippendales, my favorite show. Like,
Yeah.
I like this show. I like this show a lot.
Yes.
It's not maybe it's not a lot of dancing like Cirque shows or like other more dancey shows on the strip in Vegas, but it's still really cool. Like, I like the vibes there. So yeah, Chippendales. Then I'm also performing from time to time with Photon Crew.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
have seen some of
love
their
those
stuff.
guys, man. It's so cool,
That's
to
awesome.
perform with them. We always like going somewhere to places, and like the team there is just so amazing. We like cracking jokes all the time. We're going like eating, like, and we having a drink every single time we're going out. Like, we're going out together there.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
great.
it's amazing, yeah, and I love that. And actually, like, this is what I noticed here in United States. People are more like social with each other. They like kind of like they down for a drink, like they down to talk, like they cherish good vibes. So this is really really
Mm.
good part. I mean, not all of them, but like
Yeah.
I'm trying to surround myself with people
Yeah.
like that, and Photon Crews, but definitely really nice, good vibing people. Yeah, and just doing gigs.
Nice.
Just doing gigs in
Awesome.
town, like trying just gigs are my favorite, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the most favorite thing. Like, it's just like those events are just so awesome. Like, I recently did the EDC gig with the Very Creative Firm. Bro, those guys, they just so great. They just like positive, and they just happy to do their thing. And like, you see those people, and people are happy to do their thing, and they
Yeah.
overall happy. And like, all the dancers around me who've been hired to do this gig as well as me, they were also happy to do that as well as me. So like, we were just happy in general, like good vibes. Even though it was pretty hard gig to do, because it was 1 week span for the shows and rehearsals. I think we had, oh my God, we had four. I'll say four, but it might be different.
Mhm.
Four rehearsals, 11 hours every day.
Wow. Yeah.
1 day off in between rehearsals, and then 3 days of EDC with performances, 5 shows every night.
Wow.
Non-stop. You go from show into show. And I was doing also their scent number.
Yeah.
So the scent falling on you from the like, and like, bro, like scent is everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's everywhere. It's like really hard. So I had to spend like about like 10-15 minutes after that. I was lucky, like, well, I was not lucky. They put it like that. So after Send, you don't have a lot of performances coming up. So like, you can clean up yourself after Send.
Yeah.
But I was like spending like 10-15 minutes to clean up myself from all
Really?
the sand and stuff. And I was still happy.
Yeah.
I was still happy. I was doing 5 shows every night. Like, then I was going to EDC, like enjoying EDC. I was there like 12, 13 hours, 14 hours every single day. And I was
And
happy.
you're happy.
And I was happy, and I was grateful. I was just like maxing out myself. I was like, later I was on energy drinks, and I was still happy
Yeah.
just to be there, just to do this thing, because it was just so dope,
That's
So that's
yeah.
why, I love gigs so
Yeah,
much.
that's refreshing to hear, because not every single space is like that. But that is
Yeah.
one side I do love about gigs is that they're short-lived, but it's like you have this little time where you're spending like with this team, and now you're going to be with these specific people, maybe only for a couple days, but it's those couple days, and like you said, 14, 15 hours, and you're still happy. I'm like, that beats anything. Like,
Habits,
as long as you're
yeah.
happy and thriving within your work environment, it almost doesn't feel like work. Like,
At all.
or you'll say, oh yeah, I got to do this thing for 10 hours and blah, blah, but like, you're not sad about it. Like, you're
You're like,
excited to go.
all right, let's go. Let's
Yeah.
do it. You know, like,
I think that's what we all want to aim for in every space. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, and it's not always going to be like that. But that's
people are
interesting.
different.
People are different, and like these are things that we can't always control. Like, this might be coming from like certain individual or like a group, or like maybe the company is like notorious for that. But like, we can't. It's out of our like our control. But aiming for environments, healthy environments like that, just make everything better. And it almost like also helps you, the performer, in their performance too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're at a point we're not even like faking to be like happy or playing this role. We're just happy to do it. And it shows like within the performance.
This is our craft.
Yeah.
This is our craft. This is what we love to do. This is what we like to do. And we're just blessed.
Yeah.
I feel like dancers are blessed.
Yeah.
Because we chose dancing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's going into dancing just to earn money.
Mm-hmm.
No one's
I
doing
say
that.
that all the time,
No
yeah.
one's like doing that. We are blessed because we chose that for ourselves. Bro, I got goosebumps now. Because I chose it too.
Yeah.
I chose it too. I chose it for myself. And dancing is just, oh God, dancing took me out from a lot of troubles in my life. Dancing like saved me in my life when I didn't have money, and I went through some like hard times in my life. There were like really hard times. Like, sometimes it was like when I had only like basically mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
No, mac.
No cheese, just
No
the noodles.
cheese.
Oh man.
Yeah, just the noodles and like,
Yeah.
something like simple food like that, and like noodles with sauce or something like that. So like, I've been through hard times, and
Yeah.
like dancing always got me back, because I'm traveling dancer too. So I found a contract, and then I'm going and doing contract, and finally money is coming in,
Mhm.
and then finally I feel better, and like finally I can close all my like credits or like whatever I have, like, so I can give away all my debts,
Yeah.
and like can be a free person again, and I can like start going from the scratch from there. So dancing helped me a lot, so many times, and took me out from the pits so many
Yeah.
times. I was like, gosh, it's really hard right now. And
Yeah.
then like, hey, there's a contract cruise ship or something, or like, do you want to go here? Do you want to go to Europe? We have a event there going on, like. And I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please. And I was like so happy about it every single time. So dancing is just, I'm so grateful to dancing. I'll be saying this till the rest of my life. And we're choosing that.
Mhm.
And this is,
That's the beautiful part. We
That's
chose
the
it,
beautiful-
you know,
we
and we're
chose it.
still sticking with it. And
we will. It's just, and that's why we're overall like happier people, because we'll do what we love.
Yeah.
We do our craft, and it's so dope, man.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I was just, it's, we have moments like this all the time where I'm like, oh, I was just thinking that, or I was just talking about that. I was thinking that while I was making my morning coffee before this interview. I was thinking to myself, wow, I used to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, same cup of coffee, but I'm going to work at the hospital for 12 hours. I got to get there 5:30 a.m. And I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore. I'm like, I'm waking up to do this interview. I'm waking up to choreograph. I'm waking up and going to the studio. I'm like,
I'm waking up and doing fun stuff.
and then I'm like,
right?
I'm blessed. I was like, I have it. I'm really lucky to be able
We
to
are.
to be where I'm at. And even honestly, like the older I get, the more I realize it's like I'm just lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to have made it this far in my life, because now I'm not going to say my age, but now getting to this point, some friends that you've grown up with didn't make it. Like I've lost, and I'm sure you as well. Like I lost some people along the way, whereas like you're too early to be gone, but they are gone, and then it almost shifts and changes you for the better.
gone
Like
from
they're-
your life, or
No, they're gone. Like from this earth.
from this
like they're,
earth.
yeah, unfortunately they didn't make it for whatever reason, and
Damn.
it really shifts your perspective, because no, they're not supposed to be not here right now, but that's what happened. And now the older and older I get, the more I'm just like, I made it this far, and that in itself is powerful, you know.
You're in Vegas, man.
I know.
You're
Yeah.
in Vegas. Like
Yeah.
we are here in Vegas. We don't understand that. But like I see dancers here, they take Vegas as granted.
Mhm.
But it's not granted. It's the entertainment capital
Capital
of
of
the
of the
world.
world. The world.
Of the world. Like
And
if you will say to any single dancer outside United States that you're choreographing in Vegas and you're teaching at the Millennium and you're performing in shows in Vegas, they will be flabbergasted. They will be like, bro, that's so
Yeah.
cool. You will be like kind of like celebrity to
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Not like celebrity, but they will have this
Put you at
feeling
a
like
certain
wow.
level, like,
yeah, they
wow.
will put you on the different level because
Yeah.
it is a
Yeah.
different level. It is a different level. We don't appreciate that. I feel like even like people in the United States, they also like really like impressed by people who are in Vegas. Vegas, LA, and New York, like
In Chicago too. They're
Chicago.
impressed by that. Like
I know New York for the Broadway. I know LA for the filming
Hollywood,
industry,
yeah.
Hollywood, and I know Vegas because I'm in Vegas here.
Yeah.
So I know like those are like three of the biggest cities. Like I know Chicago for the culture a lot.
yeah.
Sure,
It's
a
more
lot of-
theater arts, more
A lot of style
contemporary.
came from Chicago. Footwork and a lot of
House.
house.
Yeah,
man,
yeah. I know right now we're like, yeah. So now we're speaking about like Las Vegas and how it's become its own image now throughout the years and being in shows. You're currently in a show, you said Chippendales, right?
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what Chippendales is, I highly recommend you look it up because you'll thank me later. But going around that, so Chippendales, you have to have a certain image per se. Well, we'll just say that you have to have a certain body, right, for Chippendales. So now, like going off of that and knowing that you have to have a certain image, a certain body type. What are kind of like some of the stereotypes of being a Chippendales dancer or somebody that has to always be aware of like, do I have abs or, like with my muscles, I got to like watch what I eat per se. Like, what are some of the stereotypes?
All right, so I'll start from that. I'll tell you that it's not only about Chippendales.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if you want to be a performer and if you want to like book really upscale high-end upscale jobs, like really really big jobs, if you want to book big jobs, you have to be fit. Like they just can't hire someone who's not fit. They just won't do that.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you should be really outstanding personality. I'm not saying dancer because like everybody can dance really well and like there are a lot of good dancers, but you should have like really outstanding personality to pull off being not fit, so like I feel like we all have to like exercise and maintain our body. Well, maybe not. All right, I'll commercial side of dance, so
Yeah.
like more like commercials, music videos. Like if you want to go there, if you want to perform with celebrities, major artists, this is my goal. This is
Yeah.
what I'm thinking
It's
about.
like a standard you have
this
to
is,
work out.
This is for me. Like this, I'm so narrow in this field. My dream is to perform with major artists, major singers, artists. Yeah. So this is my dream, and I'm really focused on that dream. I'm not going into choreography. I'm not going into like choreographing shows or like doing some like numbers like you did for the carnival, which was like amazing. One of my
Thanks.
favorite numbers.
Thank
there.
you.
Like that was impressive. And I'm not thinking about that. I'm most of highly focusing on being on commercials, being in music videos, being with singers. This is my goal. I'm really focused and locked into this goal. So whenever I'm saying something, I'm saying from perspective of that.
Yeah.
So of course you don't have to be fit to be choreographer, and like because you have to just be able to show moves to people so they can recognize them and they can repeat them. Or like if you're performing in the full light suit, for example, nobody will see how fit you are.
Yeah.
Like nobody cares.
Yeah, you and I both have experience with that.
That's true. Yeah, nobody will see you. So you don't have to be fit there.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to be fit for other like more closed shows. Like, but for me, from my perspective, I think like performers should be fit always, and like does not matter. It doesn't matter if you're a Chippendale or not Chippendale.
Yeah.
Just Only thing for Chippendales, you just have to be more fit.
Got it.
If that makes
Yes,
sense.
yes.
So you have to be more fit. As long as you have abs, actually. Like
Got it.
abs, like I do have abs and obliques, so like this is my point. But I still have to gain some more weight. I still have to like I still not I'm still perfecting my body. It's
Yeah.
really hard because I'm dancing a lot and I'm like taking classes and doing a lot of stuff. Like I'm taking acting classes, I'm taking modeling classes, I'm doing some auditions, like trying here and there, like with acting agencies, with modeling agencies. Like I'm trying to put myself as much as I can out there, wherever I can
Yeah.
put myself out.
Yeah.
And so I'm losing a lot of calories, right? And so I need weight gainers, and have to eat a lot.
You have to eat a lot.
I can't, man. I can't eat a lot. Like,
I
it's
just
so
went back
hard.
to that journey. I'm doing at least 4 a day, and like
4 meals a day.
4, yeah.
That's impressive. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
I just started again, and it's kind of tough, especially if you're trying to like get a lot of like the good like carbs and protein. Like it's just a lot of
Yeah.
food.
It's a lot of food, because like if you want to get the amount of calories from vegetables, like you will take the handful of vegetables,
Yeah.
that would be probably about 60 calories,
Mhm.
right? A handful of vegetables. A handful of French fries,
That's already like
that's already like
so
200,
much,
300 calories right here. No nutritions, nothing
Yeah.
useful for your body, no fibers, nothing, just
Mhm.
pure calories that go straight into
So
fat
yum.
because your body didn't
Yeah.
use your calories, so your body's storing your
got
calories.
it. Yeah.
So that's why you have this fat. So mostly like how my staying fit, of course exercises, of course dancing, and the most important is the diet. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to be like really like hard on yourself. You don't have to like, oh, I'm eating veggies and like I don't know, like nuts and
Yeah.
eggs and like all the like
I feel like
healthy
people
stuff.
think
Like,
that
you know, like you just like
I feel
I'm
like
doing
they
that.
think that they have to go extreme
Yeah.
in order to get the abs, get the chest, get the lats. You know, like I feel like they're like, oh, I got to go extreme then.
You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to. You just have to like the slower you go, actually, the better for you, because it's all about changing your lifestyle. I changed my lifestyle way ago, like
Yeah.
way before, and I always was trying to eat healthy. So like my thing, I'm trying to eat healthy,
Yeah.
but I'm not necessarily being hard on myself. And like if I ate a burger or if I ate French fries, I'm not gonna kill myself for that. I'm just gonna be, that burger was so delicious and I enjoyed it a lot, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
This burger, and I'm not gonna stress out about what I ate.
Mm.
I will just come back. I'll come back here tomorrow. Not here. I mean, I will eat tomorrow, and I will make sure that I will
It's
eat
healthy. It's
veggies.
nutritious.
Yeah, I will make sure that nutritious. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great of you to say, because the next thing I'm wanting to go into is because dancers specifically, they experience this a lot. And me for myself as well. I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but body image issues. You know, there's a lot of times where I myself, or I've seen other dancers like in an audition, or like they're afraid to submit something because like their body's not up to par. They're not happy with how their arms look. They're not happy with how their gut is, their face, you know, and dancers specifically experience so much body issues and trying to conform or just feel like they need to fit into what producers and what they want. Have you noticed anybody else that has experienced those body image issues?
I think it's just unspoken.
Yeah.
I think it's just unspoken. We all care about how we look. We all care like, oh, like, do I have like good abs right now? Or like, am I like fit enough right now? Or like, did I shave? Did I like shave like my body? Like, or like, did I trim my hair? Or like, did I like plucked out, like twist, like how do you say that?
Like braided, or
No, like the hair here, for example, here,
eyebrow, like plugging your eyebrows.
plugging your, like, did I
Yeah.
plug my eyebrows?
Yeah.
You know, like things like that. Or like, did I like? I know so many things you can think about, and we all think about that. We all do. Like, this is just we're in entertainment industry.
Mhm.
We showing ourselves, right? So like this is important how we look. This is important, and that's it. That's period. This
Yeah.
is how this industry works. So of course everybody's going to be stressing out because they will not feel worthy, and they will blame on their body. Sometimes, they can blame on their body. And I feel like for people who are actually doing that and like really serious about that, sometimes people can go like really crazy about like their body image and like thinking
Yeah.
about that. And I'll tell them that they don't have to they have to choose what they focusing on, right? So I would instead focusing and blaming on my body parts. I would focus on my expressions. How am I, like, what can I tell to people around me,
Mhm.
like on my skills. Like I will make sure I will focus on that, and will not blame my body for that. Like I
Yeah.
will work hard on my body. Like that does not mean you don't have to work on your body. You still have to work, and this is your obligation. This is not something that you like, okay, I'm gonna focus on my skills so I don't have to like work out and eat healthy.
Yeah.
No, you still have to do
Yeah.
that. There is no easy way.
Yeah.
If you want to be great, you should be doing a lot of hard stuff. Like, so you should be taking care of your body for sure, but you don't have to blame yourself if in the moment, like you do an audition or something and you're not getting the job. You don't have to blame yourself for things. Like you took a class. This is just not what they were looking for.
Yeah.
This is just not what they were looking for. That's it. You're not the type they wanted.
Yeah.
Like they didn't find what they wanted specifically for their show, specifically for the role they're seeking for. So I would always say that don't blame yourself, but work hard on yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
That's that's my advice. Like that's what I'm following.
Yeah.
That's what I'm following. That's my mantra every single time. That's why I'm going to every single audition. I'm trying to go there, and I'm like, even if I would not go through, I'll still go there, and I'll make sure that I'm like showed myself, and I'm not gonna be stressing out about that. I'm not gonna be upset about that. I'm gonna be happy after that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy because I took a class. I was dancing. I saw my friends. Like they didn't take me. It's okay, not a big deal. I'll find other ways. And like for the guys who are stressing out about money, because like this is a huge topic in dancing. Like we don't earn enough. We are underpaid. That's period. That's period right here. We are underpaid as performers, as artists. Like we're not getting paid enough. So for the guys who are stressed out, like they didn't get a job, find some other hustles. Like be smart about things. Like don't, like, it's not necessary should be a job. Like you can give excursions here in Vegas, or like you can find other things. You can bring people to the club, like whatever like lies like feels right with your heart and soul. Like do that and earn some extra money.
Yeah.
Like be flexible with it. Like you always have to have other options, and you always have to protect yourself from other sides. So you have to have like some kind of investments. Like try to get like those $100 a month, maybe once in 2 weeks, maybe a week. Like it depends like what you can pull. Like put it in the kind of like high yield account. Like just have like some 5% going back to your bank account. You will improve your credit score. Like you will earn some extra money, and then at the end of the year, if you will be investing $200 every month, like you will just like only the body of investment will be like $2,400, and plus the percentage you can earn on top of that. There's a formula how you have to count it. It's not like you just add up 25% on to 2,400 because you invested like gradually.
Yeah.
But still, like let's say you will earn maybe like $50-$60 extra, but you will have like 2,400 in your bank account, and it's an emergency fund. This is your emergency fund, and this is your investment. It's the same thing. So you're secured. When whatever happens, you're not gonna stress out about that because you have $2,000 in your bank account, and you can survive like for at least 1 month without job at all.
Exactly.
Like you should be smart. People cannot be not smart in modern times. They just can't.
Yeah.
It's unforgiven mistake.
Yeah.
It's unforgiven mistake, and we as dancers, we're really in danger because we have really unstable job.
Yeah.
Our job is highly unstable, and we have to protect us with the investments, dancing, and other things, other hustles we can do. So,
and a lot of it is we do the groundwork too. All of it, like we're the ones seeking out this information. We're the ones having the conversations. Unless you have an agent, but even then, like it doesn't always cover all the grounds of it. So everything that you're mentioning, it's like you have to do it.
Rely on
You
yourself.
have to, yeah.
no one's coming.
Yeah.
No one's coming.
Yeah.
I heard this phrase and I keep repeating this to myself. No one is coming to help you, to take you out of your troubles, problems, whatever you have. No one really actually cares as much as you do. You have yourself, and you have to help yourself by yourself. Rely on you.
Yes. That's
No one's coming.
yeah. And sometimes like people need to like hear that. Like it just needs to like be put in their face and be like, that's what it is. Because some people still kind of ponder and linger over like they'll feel bad for themselves because of they didn't get the job, or like now it's been a couple months and they're not employed or whatever. They're not in a show or not consistent gigs, and they're just sitting feeling bad for themselves, feeling and it's like
and they're ruminating those
Yeah,
thoughts
yeah.
over and over again. They just being like boiling in those thoughts, and they can see like good opportunities or like something good coming from the side because they're here.
still thinking about
They're
it.
still here. So like the good things are coming from this side, and they just like I
Yeah.
can't see stuff
Yeah.
because I'm like so worried about things.
Yeah. So I see it almost, it's super common. I see it almost way too much.
It's so common for our
yeah.
industry, and
Yeah.
I want to talk about that, and it's really important. I see this so many times. I see these mistakes people are doing over and over again. People are spending money on coffee, everyday coffee. It's just normal thing.
yeah, don't
This
get
is
me
just
started
what you
on
have
that
to do. Like this is,
Yeah.
I'm just like, everybody's doing that. Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
not everybody. Stop doing that. Stop wasting your money. You can make coffee yourself
At home.
At
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Exactly.
Boom, you made coffee every day at home for breakfast. You saved, let's say $200.
Yeah.
$200. As we talked before, you invest in your high yield account, and throughout 12 months, it's going to be $2,400.
And that's
Plus
just coffee.
percentage
No,
on
no,
that.
no.
And that's just coffee. That's just coffee.
Yeah.
And there's so many things like that we are like, don't like, we should be smart about money.
Yeah.
And also dancing it's business. Dancing industry is another business industry. It's business, same business as, I don't know, producing stuff, or like it's just different type of business, but it's still business, and it has rules here.
Yeah.
And if you don't follow the rules, if you don't know the rules, or you're not like trying to learn the rules, you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
You're going to be left behind no matter how skillful you are, no matter how good looking you are, no matter how great you are. You'll be left behind if you don't know how to commit business.
Yes.
Because it's still business. We have to take care of our business, and we have to stand on our business. And that's why dancers are really underpaid, because we're not standing on our business. We're not protecting ourselves. We are always so worried about jobs because we don't have other options.
Yeah.
That's why we're like, but how, like, bro, they offering me $100 for an 8-hour shift. Like, I have to go. I don't have money. Like, I want to eat something, So in order for this not to happen, and for those people not to offer us things like $100 for 8 hours shift, like, in order for that not happening, you have to be secured. You have to put your money in investments. You have to have your main field, the thing that you love, the thing that you cherish, your craft, your dancing. It's right here. It's always will be with you. It's not gonna go anywhere. And you're not betraying dancing. If you have an other hustle,
Yeah.
something on the side, like storage units, I don't know, like buying something on OfferUp and reselling it. There's a website called nellysauction.com. You can buy on auction like things for like $1 sometimes. You can buy things for like way cheaper than they are being sold.
Yeah.
So like you can resell those things and have extra couple dollars. Or like I am, for example, I like to do Uber and Lyft. And it's not something like you have to be ashamed of. It's just your side hustle that can keep you floating when you need it, and you can rely on it. When things are going rough, you can say like, all right, I'm not dealing with that. I don't like it. I'm not working with you guys because you're trying to pay me like less and stuff like that in dancing, like when it happens, right? So you refuse the job and you don't have money, right? So you don't have money. What do? You have side hustle that keeps you floating. Like for me, it's Uber and Lyft. Simple as that. Like you just download the app, you register there, and like and you just start driving there. Sometimes it gets like, on average, it can be like $25 an hour. Sometimes it can be $30 an hour. Sometimes it can be $35. My record there was like $95 an hour, which is really great. You know, like sometimes you can like drive people to like strip clubs or like dispensaries and you can get kickback there, you know, so it's plus extra money. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, if you don't like to drive, like you can choose yourself other hustle, but like my message is you have to be secured in the money field, in finances. Like you have to like have your investments and money flow. So that's how you can be secure as dancer, and that's why you can be happier as a person, and you don't have to ruminate those thoughts, and you don't have to stress out about body image or whatever like going on. Like you can come to audition and have fun and come back home and know that you will have money and you're not gonna starve.
That's great advice, because that's advice universally for every dancer, because I know every single dancer has at least went down that path and went down that thinking. But also to go back to what you said,
I've been there.
Yeah, same. And I feel like going back to what you said is that we deny like these low paying jobs and stand on business. I think it's important for the newer generations coming up too to also be about that, even though they're so new to the scene, because what always happens is they'll try to book us and we're like, no, we're standing on business, this they're going to give it to the younger group because they're going to say yeah. And that also needs to be stopped right there too, because that's always what happens. That's why it never changes, because they're like, well, I'm just going to find a 20-year-old. I'm going to find an 18-year-old that has no experience. They're going to take dirt. They're going to take scraps.
They're in the United States, in Ukraine, and across the world.
That's why it never stops.
Everywhere. This is just human thing. Yeah. This is everywhere. This is not only here. This industry like that around the world.
And that's also why it never stops. Like it's going to still continue to be that way as long as the youngins pick it up still. Okay, I'll do it for $100.
Yeah, because like let's say they work in somewhere like for $15 an hour as a side hustle somewhere. So yeah, $100 sounds not that bad for them, you know?
Yeah.
But it sounds really bad for people who actually like professional people who went in their path like really long way, and they deserve to be paid more, but they cannot because the market says you can, because we can hire somebody else. And this is why it should be part of the culture of our culture, dance culture, that we have to be financially smart and business smart. I'm always pro for that. Like I started to hear that just recently, and I really hope that people will think about their financial security. So nobody can dictate them what they have to do, and nobody can take away their freedom, because it's all about the freedom. Your financial security is your freedom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Equal.
Well, Bo, I want to thank you for dropping all of these gems. This was an amazing session that we had here in the studio. We can talk for 3-4 hours if we're not stopped.
We'll probably talk after that outside.
That's why, But thank you. This was a beautiful session. This is something that all entertainers can relate to and really listen and take advice. And if not, at least make everybody aware. So conversations like these are very important because they're very pivotal. When we may not know it right now in 2024, but like later down the line, we're like, oh my gosh, do you remember when Bo and Matt had that conversation and they opened up the door for all of this? This is why we do it. This is why, and that's why I thank you so much for contributing your time and your knowledge and your experiences.
Thank you for doing that.
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing it. As you said before, it's a platform, and you're doing a great thing by voicing them, all those thoughts.
Well, yeah, and thanks for being on the journey. So we appreciate you being here. Let the viewers know how they can stay in touch with you and where can they follow you? Where can
Yes. You basically can follow my Instagram if you would want to. You can DM me and talk to me, like if you need an advice or like if you just want to like, I don't know, whatever reasons you have. I'm open for whatever come in. It's my Instagram is BO_TKA. You probably will.
You'll find them by then.
Yeah, I'll be there. BO_TKA, and I'll have like turquoise avatar picture. But my full handle is BO_TKACHENKO. Boat Kachenko.
Nice.
This is my full handle. But if you'll type in like BO_TKA, you'll find me.
It'll be him. So
I'll be there.
Follow him. Keep in contact. He's an amazing person. Just even before like being a performer, he's an amazing guy. Thank you guys for joining us on this ride. Like always, we will see you next time for the next episode. It's Bo, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you.